What is up, everybody? It's Versity here today. And Sony fanboys continue to say the most dumbest things online. Now, apparently, I just don't get this notion that we're getting closer. We're getting close to the next year. It's almost 2023. Sony fanboys will constantly just say the most dumbest crap online. So apparently, this guy thinks Phil Spencer is brainwashing the Xbox community from a freaking Capcom poll. Legit, a Capcom poll got these guys triggered. It's like, because apparently Capcom released a poll based on how do you purchase your games? And I was like, who really cares at the end of the day? Like, this is a poll like all these companies do to want to know how you buy their products. And apparently the thing is that when he looked at this poll, apparently it didn't show an Xbox option as it shows like PlayStation, if you buy your games on PlayStation Store, Nintendo Store, Steam Store. Nobody cares about any of this nonsense. But if it's using the console word nonsense, Sony fanboys will go at it. Like, who really gives a crap who buys games for Capcom games? Like, who cares? Why, this should be a non-story as it is. But Sony fanboys got to make it into something out of nothing. So apparently, because he's seen that poll had no Xbox option or whatever, he made a whole thing saying how Phil Spencer, you achieved the goal of brainwashing Xbox gamers to subscribe to Game Pass. To the detriment of not buying games. So once again, it's the whole Xbox guys don't buy games when that is false. Like literally, so Xbox is one of the major consoles out of the big three. People are going to buy games on the consoles. And it's like, I just don't know why they keep going with this dumb narrative at this point. Like, it's obvious. These companies are making money from Xbox. Then he says, Capcom doesn't even list Xbox anymore when they do their polls to their consumers where they buy games. Major publishers are skipping the platform. When I was like, that's not even true, because he's using Capcom like an example, but their major games, Resident Evil 4 Remake and Street Fighter 6 is coming to Xbox as well. So it just holds no weight. Like, this is just so stupid, and they keep pushing this narrative that Xbox gamers don't buy games. Pretty sure all these companies are making a lot of money off Xbox, so it's just getting weird at this point. It's like each day there's just different fanboys saying the same narrative that nobody's buying games on Xbox when it's obviously that's not true. And even to say that people are getting brainwashed, like really? Yeah, so somebody released, I guess, like, because I guess somebody actually released the whole thing of the poll, and they give you Xbox One, Xbox Series X as an option. So I don't know if this dude edited the poll or whatever, to edit the picture, but it gives you an option for Xbox systems. It's like Capcom is making a lot of money off games being on Xbox service. You can buy the games on their platform. So it's like, what is the purpose of this? But it's just to push more nonsense that I guess Xbox gamers doom and gloom about Game Pass. And it's like, they need to get over that people can rent games on Game Pass at this point. It's like, it's just tiresome. It's like, since I've been alive, since I've been gaming, there's always been like some type of rental service for video games. Whether it's been a Blockbuster, a Hollywood Video, it was like the equivalent to Blockbuster back in the day. Or even when Blockbuster and Hollywood Video died, they had the Red Box, which was a thing for a while. Then they had GameFly. It's like rental service has always existed. And just like GameFly is just a modern version of a rental service. So I don't see what the big deal is. Why are they so angry that people get to save money on video games? Like, it's so weird how they care so much that people get to save money. Like, oh, you want to rent a game instead of buying it for a full $70. It's like, why do you care? Like, it's just getting cringy at this point. Like, it's just getting cringy. It's like, if you want to buy a game for full price, good for you. But why do you care what other people want to do with their money if they want to play a video game by renting it? Like, I'm just curious. These people had the same energy when Blockbuster was around, like in the '90s when Blockbuster was very prevalent. They have the same energy, or any other service that's popular right now as a subscription service, whether it be Hulu, Amazon, Netflix. It's like, why do they care? It's just bizarre. It's just saying that, people just getting brainwashed because they want to use Game Pass. It's just stupid. Like, because Sony has the same thing pretty much with Game Pass. You get to rent their games on their service. So I was like, is he complaining about that? He's got complaining about Sony's PlayStation Plus, where they made it like the pretty much copy Game Pass. So, that's just getting weird at this point. Caught in 4K. And he literally got it wrong because they literally have Xbox options. But Sony fanboys continue saying the most dumbest crap. I'm not doing this. That is just bait. Xbox players just don't buy games. More of this false nonsense. You wanna know who don't buy games? The people who were on that Google Stadia service, whatever that Google Stadia service is, if they didn't buy games, people just didn't buy games on Xbox. Xbox wouldn't exist right now. It's like it would be like how Google Stadia is, how that service is shut down, or all these other failed consoles that existed. Like they failed because people didn't buy the games on their consoles. But you see Xbox still around, so it's just a dumb narrative they keep pushing. How come I own every Resident Evil game then? Almost like you made that narrative up, pretty much. All the major publishers on Xbox, facts. It's like every major publisher you could think of is on Xbox. So I don't know what he's talking about. Stop crying, my guy. You're supposed to be a salty guy, not an ocean of tears. Stop this. I'm curious. How do people like this dumb tweet this dude did? I'm curious. Apparently this tweet got 635 likes. Like, who liked this dumb crap? Like, jeez. I don't understand what people have against Game Pass. I don't understand. I don't really understand either. Unless there's just that it's on Xbox, so it's bad. I don't get it at this point. It's like Game Pass gets to save you a lot of money each year. So I don't know what they got against it. It's just so weird at this point. And look at that. A big Capcom game is coming very soon to Xbox. So it's like it's just proven wrong with each passing tweet is just getting proven wrong. It's just such a dumb narrative to push. I thought you were an Xbox hater anyways. Why do you care? Yes, Xbox haters care. All they do is talk about Xbox in general. That's all Xbox haters do at this point. I think they talk about Xbox more than Xbox fans do. Pegasus paying for Brenton hotline 1-800-HIT-HURTS. This is an odd comment when Xbox gamers that have Game Pass tend to buy more games, such as games that aren't in Game Pass, games that are leaving Game Pass, games that are highly popular, and sometimes games that we all know are going into Game Pass but want to buy them anyway. These drones are rather paid for the games to save a big corporation money. That's how hypnotized they are. Yeah, I would say you're more brainwashed if you're paying full price for these games. You can save money. It's like there's an argument made that you're more brainwashed if you're paying full price, especially as these games will be buggy on release. Like they don't even have the gall to like at least finish these games. You get a finished product with a lot of these games, and they want you to pay full price. Yeah, I'm done with the whole full price. All these games, I'm not buying day one anymore at this point. I got burnt way too many times. These games being buggy. It's a huge day one patch. To be glitches. Your data be corrupted when you playing it. Yeah, that's like. Game Pass is so bad for the industry that Sony copied the model and released like 3 or 4 tier levels of it. Yeah, it's so bad that Sony copied it. But Sony is preventing Xbox from marketing great first-party titles. Okay. Stop hating on Xbox, clown. Die mad you Sony beat. They're just roasting this guy in the comment section now. It's like rightfully so. There will always be good games. There will always be bad games. The gaming environment is changing, but the output is no worse than it was in the past. I prefer to be grateful for the great experience we've been able to enjoy rather than focusing on the negative. Okay. I guess some people just don't take breaks. Yeah. Gaming news is kind of dry right now, but, gaming news is super dry right now, but, it's just fascinating how this little poll that nobody would give a crap about. Like, how many companies give you probably send me polls or surveys on a daily basis I just give 2 craps about, but, Because he doesn't see an Xbox option, it's like he pushes the whole narrative with this nonsense. It's just fascinating how far they would go with very little, just to discredit Xbox. 2023 got these guys shook. It's just so obvious that 2023 got these guys shook. Sure, they had a whole year to say, hey, Xbox had no major first party title for 2022, but next year, that's a lot of games coming out next year. That's coming for Xbox exclusively, or is it going to be on Game Pass in general? So it definitely has these guys shook. It's just getting embarrassing at this point. Like the most smallest thing they would grasp at to try to discredit Xbox, but yeah, it's just sad at this point. Then he added Phil Spencer too, which makes it worse. Like, I'm surprised Phil Spencer does how this got blocked. Like this guy's just a clown at this point. Like jeez. Yeah, Capcom sure has been skipping Xbox lately. All these games hitting Xbox. Street Fighter 6, their major game, next year coming out. Resident Evil 4 remake coming out next year. Monster Hunter Rise coming to Game Pass, but you know, they just skipping Xbox. Like this is so dumb. Like you at least had an argument if this was like Square Enix and sure, but this is Capcom. Their major games coming to Xbox. So once again, another clown giving us opinion, saying people are getting brainwashed because you want to rent a game. The humanity because you want to rent a game on a rental service. It's just, I'm just not shocked at this point. It's just like dumb crap on a daily basis at this point. But I'm going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.